Hey everyone, so I meant to have this up 12 hours ago, but I didn't. I just decided it was gonna be a lazy day. Well, kinda. I got some cosplay work done, but I kinda just wanna chit-chat a little bit chit-chat. Kinda just like, so I have a very ambitious goal of making making indoor tweaking 5 personal cosplays by DragonCon. I want to say DragonCon's in like 94 days. It's Labor Day weekend. It's currently Memorial Day weekend, so I have the summer basically. Make 4 personal costumes, a wig commission, part of a costume, and then a whole another commission. So that's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of long days. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is cut my videos to 3 a week, and I was thinking about doing this anyways prior to, that's a screw, my sewing machine's right there, and I was like, what is this new thing I haven't found? But it's nothing. It's nothing new. To show you what I was working on today, and it looks terrible. I gotta seam rip it and redo it, but you know, practice makes perfect. I was putting the strips down on Sydney's sleeves, and that happened. That's not supposed to happen. Looks pretty bad, and as you can tell, I just kind of placed where the other one needs to be. So I gotta seam rip this, which will tear up the vinyl, and then so I have to make another one of these and redo it. And it took all day because I kept seam ripping it and putting it back and seam ripping. But yeah, so before I started, before I realized how much I'm doing the next couple months, and I'm also going on a trip with a friend, and I will try to bank videos, so don't have to worry about that. But I was just also thinking how I'm not 100% happy with my content, and I know it's only been like 5 months since I started this channel, but I want it to be good or decent from the onstart. I don't know. Cause like I did research for my videos and stuff like that, and not all topics are gonna need a whole lot of research, but like last week's video just was kind of it was very much I ran out of ideas, so here's something just to fill that space basically, and I don't like doing that. I don't want to do that, so it'll give me knocking it down to 3 videos. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, maybe, because Mondays and Tuesdays I feel like they're just overwhelmingly busy no matter what you're doing in your life, and that will give me more time to research them, more time to prep things. And a lot of times, like with the tutorial stuff, I'm not working on anything new. I'm doing the same thing over and over again, so I might just live stream it on Thursdays if I don't have a tutorial. If I'm where I can live stream, which will be fun. Then we can interact, and you know, any tips and tricks that we can exchange with each other would be really great. And one thing, I have like a couple plans, a couple things to do that'll at least fill up the vacation I'm going on. I know, like, this year's been crazy already. I like put my goals out there, and I was kind of like skeptical of everyone being like, you know, you just put it out there in the universe, and if it's gonna happen, it'll happen. I was like, well, I'll try that. So I made like a 2019 goals video, and holy hell, I really didn't expect half of what I've done this year so far. And we're at the end of May. I've been to 3 conventions, which is one more than last year already. So I went to 2 last year. I think Dragon Con's gonna be my last con this year. I want to go to Hall Mat, but I don't know. That one's very up in the air right now. And I want to I want to do Christmas Bell from the Holiday Enchanted Christmas theme. It's like a holiday special sequel Beauty and the Beast thing. I want to do that dress, but I want to do it really well. And like I want to do like the art I've seen. I'm just gonna rewatch it to see how it looks, but I feel like there's some hand embroidery might need to go into it and stuff, so I want it to be really, really good. And it's something I want to do, so like if I don't get it done this year, I can work on it all next year. So like, but I put it out there and I was like, I want to travel more, I want to go to more conventions, I want to just experience more things, I want to do more things cosplay wise. Words are hard. And my ring light's also, it's a wig stand again. So, but yeah, so I've traveled a bunch. Like a week ago I was at MegaCon and Disney because my friends were just like, you're coming with us, you can't say no. And I was like, okay. Tomorrow I'm hanging out with a friend. We're going to this local place called Lane Packing, and they have some really good food, and peaches are just about in season, so that's gonna be fun. I won't vlog that because I'm just hanging out with friends. We're just getting lunch, but I'm just doing a ton of stuff. To be unemployed as I am now, that's one goal that has not happened, but there's potential in the next couple weeks. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Yeah, there's a potential job lining up, which will be great, but make me even more busier, which is another reason to cut my videos from 5 to 3. But yeah, even without having a job, I'm crazy busy with just like from the 1st of April to last weekend. I think there were only 2 weekends I was home, and even on those weekends I was doing something. Even like this weekend I hung out with friends, but yeah, there were like most weekends for the last 2 months I have not slept in my own bed. Because I went and visited my sister, and then I did the in-game thing, and then I went to the Ren Fair, and then it was comic book day. So, and that's one of like I was home, but I was still busy. It was a lot of fun. And then I went to the Ren Fair again, and then I think I had a weekend, maybe, I don't remember. And then last weekend I was at MegaCon and Disney, so it's just, and then on top of that I'm making those cosplays, and I've been doing a lot of practice work. So some of the other things I've been working on, and like the last few weeks I've just been getting new materials and stuff I haven't worked with, and practicing with them and learning how to work with them. So let me see here, all my practice things. Ooh, try not to shake you up too much. Where'd my good one go? Okay, there it is. All the things. There's still more things. Okay. Yeah, let me grab that. Don't you love these jammies? They're so cute. Very spring summery. I could edit this out, but I'm not going to at all, cause I'm lazy. More stuff. Oh, no, they're over there. Okay. Oh, come here. And a lot of this stuff I've posted like on the socials and whatnot, so you've probably seen most of it. Oh, come here, Clippy Clip. But since I've just been practicing, I haven't made anything, like, if that makes any sense. So one thing I've been trying to do, and my friend taught me how to do this, is put 2 doils together. This is to make a staff that, or not a staff, a trident, Atlantis trident that I have not finished yet. I'm just trying to figure out how to do the trident part. If I want to use foam clay, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. It's not the most sturdy, but it's together. I've been trying to read and learn how to properly do patterns. I did make a couple pouches, and they're put up for the Run Fest because it was Pirate Day, so I did that. My room is such a mess, you guys. Like resin, or more, not resin, like Mod Podge resin. This stuff, got it at Michael's, and you have this little thing, and you put it in here, let it dry for like a good 24 hours, and then you have these. See? And these are gonna be for Series belt, which I have also, I'm gonna finish that this week too. But I might change the belt, because I need to clean my room. That's probably what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Another thing I've learned how to use, I'll show you Series belt, is a Dremel and drill. And that's how I was able to do the staff thing. I used the drill bits, drilled it, and that's what one of the tutorials I'll show you how to do. And you get a little smaller one, stick it in there, do the same thing at the top, and then glue it. But I've been using mostly the Dremel because I've been working with clay and stuff, so no babe, don't do that. One thing I've used to make the Series belt, and I'm really proud of this actually, because this was the prototype practice one, made of the same stuff in the Mod Podge resin. Decent, you know, it's not terrible for a first try, but this is the second one. And that's so much better. I am very, very happy with how this turned out. Now I just need to make 12 more, and I need to get CJ's resin dye to get the color correct for, because that's way, way, way too dark. I know it looks pretty much black on camera. It's like a really dark greenish blue, and the gem in her belt is much more like a teal kind of color. So I gotta make 4 big ones, and then like however many of the little ones. Now this is made out of, that I need to go around my, well, it goes here. I was about to say my big ass hips, but no, it's going around my rib cage, so I shouldn't have to take too many. But this one, the big ones, see, this is little, this is big, because there are like 4 big ones placed in like the front, the back, and the 2 sides, and then you have the little ones all around. This one's made out of epoxy sculpt, so it's a 2-part process, and it's one thing I actually wanted to stream last week. I was playing around with it, but that'll be one video I do, and I'll probably film it tomorrow maybe. I don't have a lot left, because I've made other things with it, or practiced around with it and stuff, but you have to use, it came in a 2-part. I got it off of Amazon. I will link it below. It is a modeling compound, so a lot of people make it to make like porcelain dolls, or like dolls in general, but dolls creep me out. It is permanent, self-hardening, and waterproof. So you have the A, which is like the light, more sculpty, clay-like kind of stuff, and then this isn't see-through. This is like kind of gives it its color and its moisture, and you mix them all up. Your hands get really gross, but it's okay. And I mean, this has been painted, and so some ASMR for you. Yeah, so it's very hard. It's still pretty lightweight. I thought when I bought it, I thought it was gonna be lighter weight than it is, but I feel like this is good for the big ones. But I'm going to use, and what I use for the backing on these, because this is Eva foam, the gray. It's just straight Eva foam. You can pretty much get it to how you want it to be with a heat gun, which I don't have. And you know, it kind of molds how you want it. And I could have done that, but I wanted to do the same kind of method I did with the epoxy, which is I got a thin layer and put it down here. Put it down, see? And it just gives it a lot, it's a lot more structured and sturdy, because I'm going to be putting snaps on the back of these, and or maybe this way. Depends on, here's the belt I made for it. It's clip right now, but I think, and it's just like a stretchy kind of material, belt material. Got it at Joann's. I might change it and change the buckle to something more flat. But yeah, it's gonna go like that. So maybe sideways, but I feel like it would have more structure there, but it's just not gonna work that way. But yeah, I did that to give it a lot more structure and integrity, so it's not trying to like bloop bloop, but I don't want it too heavy either and it start turning the belt as well. So I don't know. I don't know, but yeah. So this is made out of foam clay, which basically does turn to EVA foam. So I put like a layer of it and laid this on top of it because it's got some weight and it kind of flattened it out. Both stay wet for a pretty decent amount of time, and you use water to keep it wet so you can keep working with it. So that's one thing. And like I use sculpting tools and stuff. I got these off of Amazon too. Yeah. I've been learning how to use my sewing machine a bit more. We don't get along right now, but we're working on it. So that's Siri's belt and kind of the process for that. Like I said, I'll have a full tutorial on how I do it, or I might stream it. I don't know, because it takes about 30 minutes to an hour to make one of these, and then I gotta let it dry and paint it, and then put, another thing I've been working with is plastic dip. I have this one and a metallic one for this purpose. My phone buzzed at me, but there's nothing on there. And yeah. Forgot what I was saying, guys. So big, little, this is clay foam. So this is what the B part looks like. And I have a lot more of this than I do the other one. It's like conditioner. And then this is the A part. And that's the epoxy. Oh, there's the sandpaper I was looking for. And then this is the foam clay I'm talking about. I got it off of Art of Wigs. I'm pretty sure I did find it on Amazon after I bought this, naturally. It comes out of Australia, but it ships really quick, and that's what it looks like on the inside. It's super fun to play with. It, you know, a lot of places, you know, like maybe when you're a kid in daycare or pre-K or something, they had those foam, or your parents have them from when you were a baby, you don't remember this, like those foam like ornaments with like your handprint on it or your footprint on it. That's what it feels like. And I need to get on Pinterest and see. I think you just use like borax and something to make it. So if I can find that on Pinterest, I will make it and let you know if it works, if it's similar texture, if it dries the same way, because that's what it immediately reminded me of. And I was like, well, if I can do that at home, it will cost a whole lot less. I think this was $12 for 150 grams. So not terrible. And shipping wasn't terrible either, but so I have the structure for Siri's belt, and we'll be doing that. I want to do it this week, but I also want to finish my Sydney suit this week, and it's been like Alright, some of the things I've made out of both the epoxy and the foam clay are basically onion rings, metal onion rings, but it's Sansa's necklace thing. So this one, the first two I made, and this is why I have so much, I've used so much epoxy, because I've been making a billion of these, trying to get them perfect. Like, you see how wonky this one is? And it is quite heavy to wear right here. Oh, I mean, it wouldn't be terrible. I say heavy just compared to, like, this one is foam. Alright, so let's do an experiment. Could you tell, like, that has more oomph? And that's like, woo! But because this one's made out of the foam, I like the way the foam ones turned out better. So these are the two epoxy ones I did. This is better in size, and it's okay, but see how like uneven it is? It really looks like it's skinny there and it's fat there. I don't know what to do with these, like, because they were practice. This one's okay, but that ridge didn't, and all the sanding in the world didn't get to smooth down how I wanted it to look, and it's a bit big. And speaking of Sansa, spoilers. I mean, it's been a week since the season finale. I do need to watch the little documentary they had, because there's like a clip of it of Kit Haring crying about, like, just complete shock about what he has to do in the end of the season. But Sansa's coronation dress, my god, oh my god, you know I'm doing it. Like, I just have to, and that's something I'm gonna spend a good long time on. After I get these 4 projects done, I'm doing, which the 4 projects are Sydney mod, the jumpsuit. It's stream community PC mod. I got the idea from somebody, and I'm just adding whatever goes with the suit the best. It's a Dickies jumpsuit that I got off of Amazon. I did not make it. And then Siri, Meg from Hercules, and I'll show you. I do have one that should be done next week. Hopefully, I have the fabric. I have her little pendant things done. I'm really happy with these. These are a first try, and they turned out really well. I'm thinking about selling these on my Etsy site. I wouldn't sell them as this, because I don't think they're selling quality, but they work for what I want them to do, and I will probably make more for myself too. But I'm just really happy. So I got these 2, and then the one that's on her sash, and I have the fabric, so I just have to buy the wig, because I'm not trying to do that. That's like sewing 2 wigs together, and I've not done that. I've not taken apart a wig like that, so yeah. So epoxy ones, but yes, so Meg. And then Sansa's season, you first see it in season 8, season 2, or season 8. I need sleep. I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. And it is 10:48 p.m. So I've been up since 5 a.m. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. The nap didn't help. The caffeine didn't help. Words are hard. Season 8, episode 2, when she talks to Danny, when Danny kind of comes to her to be like, oh, you can trust me. And Sansa's just like, I've gone through enough shit. I don't believe you for a goddamn second. The leather top dress. It's at the end of season 8 too. It's in season 8 as well. The whole thing's in season 8. It's episode 6. I found a good fabric for it, I think, for this part. Probably get the leather. I will try to avoid real leather as much as possible. So far I haven't used real leather, so that's a plus. As hard as it is to work with, I mean, leather itself is hard to work with, but I will rather use fake leather, vinyl, any of that, before I use real leather. I mean, because, you know, if it was like, if you went and hunted it yourself, and then you used all the animal parts, you like ate all the meat, and then you used the bones for something. I don't know, jewelry people do that, and then you have the skin left, and you've used it, and you tan it and all that. But a lot of like the leather, the cow leather, are specifically breeded cows that I don't, this may have changed, but I know like 10 years ago or so, they didn't use a whole cow. They just raised cows to be killed for their skin, for their leather, and the rest of the animal went to waste, and that's not okay. I don't like that at all, so try not to use real leather unless I know where it's come from. It's sustainable, stuff like that. And yeah, but these are epoxy. So Sydney, Sansa, episode 8, season 8, episode 2, Meg from Hercules, Ciri, and then in-game Black Widow and in-game Captain Marvel, where she has the short hair. It has been out for a month now. She gets short hair. If you haven't seen it, it's like the first 10 minutes of the film. And I lost my shit. I was like, I don't have to wear a wig. Those two I'm hoping to buy. It will depend on this job situation I hopefully get. So, yeah. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Be nice to have a paycheck again, it really would. Like, how do you get all this? I have very supportive parents, and I save my money, and, you know, I will buy in bulk when it's an okay time, and like when I went to MegaCon and stuff, my friends paid for it. That's how they got me to come with them. They're like, well, come with us, we'll pay for it. And I was like, I can't ask you to do that, and like, we're doing it anyways, so come on. Okay. I feel really bad about not being able to pay for my own stuff. I hate it. That's another topic. So that's my goal. And with Captain Marvel suit, with those, and that's what I mentioned, like tweaking, I will probably tweak bits. The one suit I'm looking at, the only problem it has is like, and it might just be the picture or something, there's like a ½ an inch different in the collar where it comes together. I'm just like, really? But the site takes your full measurements and will customize it to you, which I love. And it's like the suit was 2 something, and then their Black Widow one is the better of the better ones I found. And I'm gonna put LEDs in her bullet things, and I want to run LEDs through Captain Marvel's suit so it'll light up, and I think that'll be really cool. If Sansa season 8 doesn't get done by Dragon Con, it's okay, it's not the end of the world. I'll still make it, so then I'll have 3 outfits in the next 2 years to make. 2 years. Hopefully it does not take me 2 years to make those. It probably won't, but you know, probably 6 months, especially the coronation dress. Those embroidered leaves on the inside of the sleeve. Oh, just thinking about it, it's a lot, but I want it so good. I just lost my shit. I really enjoyed the last season. It felt right. I was never on the Dany train. I thought she was a great character, but I was like, she doesn't need to be on the throne. And people are mad about like the arch, or her going crazy. Like, they've been like playing that since season 3. They've been building that up since season 3. You guys, pay attention. I was not expecting the outcome of who won the throne, but I'm excited. Honestly, Tyrion won. Out of everybody, Tyrion won. Honestly. But yeah, these are the rings I've made of clay for the Sansa outfit. This one's pretty good. I like it. This one has a bit more structure to it because I found a jewelry ring that you would put on a necklace, but it's really skinny and gold at Joann's, I believe. And I just built around it with the thing. It is a lot darker than hers is because something I've noticed, and what I think I need to do, is spray the plastic over the foam first and then paint, which is what I did with these, but it's still kind of rough. It's not gonna show you. Yeah, so it's still kind of rough. If you look close, there are like little bubbles where there were bubbles at and stuff. But I did the plastic dip and then painted it. because on this one I painted it and then did the plasti dip, and I was like, oh, it's not smooth enough, it's doing that thing, and it clearly needs sanded down and stuff. But I put like a thin coat of the silver paint on it, and that should brighten it up to where it needs to be. And this is the metallic coating spray I was talking about. There's several coats on here, this is why it's so dark, because this has it too. Does it? This one might not. Oh, it does, but it's just very light. And I like this one, but this one, I just feel like this one looks better. They're roughly the same size. And this is all free-handed. This was the most like structure I had, so that's why they're so wonky and uneven. I tried like rolling it out and then pulling it together, and it just didn't always work. So, and then I made these out of the foam as well. But my dad also found this. This is a maybe. I just need to find a way to darken it, because I tried the Plexi dip. You can see it in there, and it just peeled right off, because it does peel off, which is cool if you need to redo it. And then I just made a little cat face when I was playing with it. So that's a clay. That's the new stuff I've been working with. These things, these clips, they have a proper name. Got them off of Amazon as well. I'll link it below. They are awesome. I love these a lot. And yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing and playing with. That's kind of why there hasn't been really any strong tutorials, because I've just been practicing with stuff, and I don't want to just be like, okay, well, I'm practicing with this, let's see how this works, which I'm sure would be fine, and we would learn together that way. But I'd rather come in and be like, hey, I did it this way, it worked for me, so here are the steps I did. I prefer doing that. Like, we go back to this, like, I'm not feeling like my content is where I want it to be, how I want it to be. I mean, I'm still new at this. You can tell kind of I've gotten a little bit better at talking, doing vlogs in a way. Like being out in public, talking to myself basically. But I also use my phone, which I think helped. Not for my computer hates, my editing software hates my phone videos. But so there's that. I've been practicing with some wig styles as well. Trying to defy gravity. I did an all might one. It was okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Definitely do better. But I know like what I need to do next time, and so I get really cheap wigs off of Amazon that are like $10 to practice with. So yeah, that's basically, well, on the tutorial side of things, I've just been practicing with a lot of stuff, a lot of new materials, and videos of that will be coming out. I have a few ideas for at least the month of June. So there's that. So I would just need 4 video ideas since I'm cutting down, which is good. And that way I'm just not stumbling around trying to be like, oh, I need to put something in this day, and it's just a crap video. I don't want to put up just not good stuff. So there's that. Did I mention I was also trying to read patterns? Trying to learn how to do that. CJ's been out of town for the month. She's finally back, so I'm actually gonna have her, we'll do a video with her again to show us how to do it. I kind of know from when she showed me like a year ago. But yeah, I'm like, oh, I guess this is how it goes, because I don't know, maybe it's just the pattern I got for this specific thing, but it didn't make any sense to me, so I was like, okay, cool. And on the topic videos, because I could make this a whole cosplay channel, and find that niche and fill it or whatnot, but I don't want to just be one thing. I want to basically be a variety channel, have like some standards that you expect every week, and then like I said before, like something fun on Fridays. And that's why I was thinking Fridays, even if it's just like maybe playing video games very poorly or something like that. I don't know if I can keep reading the Obama book. Nothing has been said, but there's a lot of, and since I'm a smaller channel, it's not going to get flagged right away. But a lot of copyright things are going through, and with Article 13 in Europe, I really don't. I know that's mostly music geared, but I don't know what I can and I can't do. I know I can look it up and read it, but it's just safer not to worry, not to just don't touch copyright things, or potentially copyrighted things. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish reading the Obama book, or any other book for that matter. I should read into it. I will read into it and see what I can do. But I know, like, a lot of people will do watching parties, but I read the copyright terms on like Twitch to do that, and